Next on DJ Reels You In. Viewer discretion is advised.
You want to talk about weird? You want to talk about effing weird people, man? Let's talk about this guy right here, Peter Nygård. Look at this guy. Looks like damn a vampire, right?
Charges against former fashion mogul Peter Nygård in his Winnipeg sexual. Also mentioned in the latest document release in connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Albert Delatala is tracking that story for us. Not the context. We want to see Canadians mentioned. Talk to me about what do we know?
Certainly not. And one of those Canadians has been in the news a lot here in Canada, and that is disgraced fashion mogul Peter Nygård. And it's in relation.
And then we have all the videos of him being injected with the. I mean, it's in the show. They put this on TV.
And he's saying that is rich in stem cells. So, do you think he was just drinking it, or was there some type of process he?
At this rate, I think these people might be vampires looking at what we're fixing to dive into. Mr. Nygård here was born in Finland. He's a Canadian, Finnish, former fashion executive and billionaire. His family immigrated to Canada in 1952. Nygård graduated from the University of North Dakota with a business degree in 1964 and went on to found Nygård International in 1967, a women's apparel company, making him one of Canada's wealthiest individuals, with a net worth once estimated to be over $700 million. At his peak, his company operated factories and stores worldwide, focusing on affordable fashion. Nygård was known for his extravagant lifestyle, including a lavish estate in the Bahamas called Nygård Cay, which he transformed into a Mayan-themed resort, complete with tiki huts and volleyball courts and artificial waterfalls. He hosted high-profile parties, often featuring young women, and appeared on shows like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous to showcase his life. And however, behind his kayfabe, Nygård has been embroiled in scandals for decades, including a long-running feud with his billionaire neighbor, Louis Bacon, which involved lawsuits accusing each other of everything from environmental damage to attempting to murder each other. Nygård's fall from grace began accelerating in the 2010s, though. And while mounting accusations of sexual misconduct, he was described as a sexual predator who uses wealth, influence, and company and resources to lure, assault, and traffic women for decades. Some of those criminal charges in December of 2020, the U.S. Department of Justice indicted Nygård on 9 counts of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation of prostitution. Prosecutors allege he ran a pamper party scheme where young women were recruited under false pretense of modeling opportunities. Sounds familiar, right? Drugged and assaulted at hidden sex suites at his properties, including his Toronto headquarters and Nygård Cay. In Canada, he faced similar charges in Toronto and Winnipeg and Montreal. In November of 2023, a Toronto jury found him guilty of 4 counts of sexual assault involving incidents from 1988 to 2005. On September 9th, 2024, he was sentenced to an 11-year prison sentence, which credit for time served officially about 7 years remaining, and the judge claimed him as a Canadian success story gone very wrong, who preyed on victims using his power. Nygård, now 84 and in poor health, you can probably say, we'll dive into that in a second, denies all wrongdoing and faces extradition to the U.S. after the Canadian case is concluded. Additional charges in Canada and Quebec involved allegations from the 1990s to the 2010s.
The women that he felt were the most attractive to him, that met the body type he was looking for, and he used whatever was needed to make sure that those women ended up in his bed and he was able to.
A 15-year-old plaintiff claimed he attempted to sodomize her and grape her and asked her to take a dookie in his mouth before offering her cash. The suit alleges his corporations facilitated the crimes, including by funding abortions for impregnated victims. Sounds familiar, right? Connections to the Epstein thing. Nygård has been linked to Epstein through shared circles. Similar motives. Same operation. FBI documents 2020 saw an interview with Prince Andrews as a part of the Nygård investigation. So Prince Andrews, Nygård, Epstein, these highlights overlapping the network of abuse. Both operated in the Bahamas, and the victims drawn parallels between the trafficking rings. This is your modern Epstein. But continue. The person who's really put Nygård on the map for me is Alex Jones, and we'll play the clip of what Nygård says to these women. It's absolutely disgusting. Alex has extremely covered Nygård, framing him as a part of a global elite pedophile ring and a vampire. That's no joke. And guys, I think that the word vampire and the word werewolf is at this rate, it's obviously become Hollywood, because you have to understand that Hollywood, the government, and the media are all the same thing. They operate under the same banner with the same people that are all connected, right? Same thing with the sports. It's just a lower tier. Okay. So you have to understand that the vampire werewolf thing, yes, it is comical. It is movies, right? But these vampire things have been, a vampire has been talked about in every single culture. This is where it gets interesting. The blood draining of vampirism claim. Alex Jones has highlighted videos where Nygård allegedly confesses to draining babies and injecting them for his own immortality. In January 2024 broadcast, he called this the missing link in the Epstein cover-up, alleging Nygård impregnated women to harvest near-term fetuses for their fluids, which he and others like Epstein use. Now you're going to ask, why would they use that? It's the same reason that, I don't know if I should say that. You ever go to think why the Democrats and everybody freaked out so much about abortion clinics when there's literal video evidence of women having 20 abortions a year and like being happy about it because they made a lot of money? What do you think they're doing with the babies? Anyways, continue. In December of 2025, Alex Jones claimed Democrats hid millions of Epstein documents linked to Nygård and Epstein's baby operations. He tied this to a vast human trafficking empire fueled by Western intelligence, discussing it in March of 2025, deep dive with Ian Carroll. And Western intelligence is obviously going to be London, France, and Germany, which is where all of this started. And this is going to sound insane, what I'm going to show you. With all that being said, and now you have the information on who this guy is, he's sitting at a table with another gentleman who I'm going to figure out who this is. And all these middle, 30, 20-year-old black ladies, right? And I want you to listen to what he's saying to them. Listen closely.
Due to copyright white people bullshit, I had to cut the video. Audio only now. Back to it.
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500 for you. I'm prepared to outbid him anyway. Whatever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. How much do you want for it?
They're trying to outbid. If you don't know what's going on here, these women are here meeting these two creepy billionaires, but one of them is obviously Nygård, right? They're like enticing them into giving them their eggs. Look at this girl's face. Look at this girl's face. Shocked.
I bid $500 for you. I'm prepared to outbid him anyway.
I'm prepared to outbid him anyway.
Whatever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah.
I bought about $60,000 worth of human female eggs.
You have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, placenta, even your period blood is so rich with stem cells.
Yeah, that's completely normal just to say at a dinner table, you know what I mean? Let me get your period blood for your stem cells.
We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled. And it shouldn't go to waste. It's
because he wants to drink it.
Life for somebody,
It's life for somebody, This is a person that is legitimately like a vampire.
Him.
And it's life for
George R. Bush.
No, the best eggs are 60 to 18 years old.
gonna take that back. The best ages.
For somebody, you know?
Him.
And it's like
And George Herbert Bush.
No, the best eggs are 16 to 18. Yeah.
The best eggs are 16 to 18.
Years old. Those are the best eggs. The only reason
16 to 18-year-olds.
your eggs get weaker and weaker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, this woman is like disgusted and confused on why she is sitting here listening to these just ball sack built billionaires talking like, oh, your period blood is just wasted.
You may not be our top candidate.
No, that's fine. I think that was my business anyway.
And notice he slaps him around like a pimp. By the way, you women.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That's him. Right there. Looks like the dude off the Dracula movie, don't he? A Dracula. Literally. That's literally what these guys are. These are the people that Jeffrey Epstein was essentially kind of like feeding in a weird, disgusting, perverse ways, by the way. And the reason that they pick black females is because they see black. You're not understanding. Again, Hollywood, media, and politics are all the same. The elites telling themselves you're looking through your television. They're telling you what they're doing. Do you understand? Okay, continue. These women here, the reason that they're black and the reason that he's sitting here with them is because they see these women as genetically, it's perfect for them. It's not that they're not giving birth to babies. Let's listen.
Cell technology that Peter and I are investing in is called SCNT, which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen.
Y'all see that little drink right there? Y'all see that little Yeah, these white people crazy as hell.
Takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus. They just go ahead and take it out.
It's painful, right?
Huh?
Is it painful?
Yeah, a little bit. And this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that. So
look at him. They're like he's excited because he wants your embryo, and he wants to not have sex with you. He wants to use some scientists to. This is what we're dealing with.
Came to its own with Dolly the sheep in 1997. Up until now, the problem has been one of rejection. Our body simply rejects all foreign objects put into it, including somebody else's stem cells.
Now, let's just get into some of the weirdness when it comes to Mr. Nygård, the anti-aging obsession. Nygård reportedly followed some unconventional health routines, including receiving anti-aging stem cell injections multiple times a year in places like China and Panama.
DJ's AI slave bot here and Mast is busy, so listen. Go subscribe and like. Hit the sub and like button like it owes you money. Part 2 coming soon.